Salut les amis, j'espère que vous allez bien et que vous avez de l'énergie aujourd'hui pour travailler votre français. Alors aujourd'hui, on va étudier l'expression quand même. C'est une expression un peu difficile et vous m'avez demandé de faire une leçon, alors je l'ai faite. Alors aujourd'hui, ici, je vais expliquer toute la leçon en anglais, d'accord? Alors, si vous voulez entendre la leçon avec les explications en français, c'est possible. J'ai enregistré la leçon 2 fois, donc vous pouvez cliquer ici si vous êtes sur YouTube et vous aurez la leçon en français. So here we are going to continue in English. I'm going to explain all this in English to you. Okay, so let's start with this expression quand même, which is really complicated to understand. Alors, I've organized the lesson in a dialogue between Theo and Gaël. And Theo and Gaël are on holiday in the mountain, and Theo wants to go for a walk, and he wants to convince Gaël to come with him. But Gaël is a bit tired, so she does not want to come. She says that she does not want to come with him. And well, he's going to convince her and he's going to use quand même, and she's going to. So let's start with the dialogue. Salut Gaël, tu viens avec moi marcher en forêt? Tu viens avec moi marcher en forêt? So here you have Theo that is making a proposition, suggestion to Gaël. And Gaël, non, je suis fatiguée. Does not want. She does not want. Okay, so now let's see how we use quand même, how they are going to use quand même in this dialogue. So first, we are going to see the expression quand même in a situation of concession. So if you don't know what is a concession, I've already made a lesson about that, but today we are going to study only the expression quand même, and this is enough for you today. Alors, ok, mais tu devrais sortir quand même, ça te ferait du bien. Ça te ferait du bien, conditionnel. Ok, tu devrais, conditionnel, sortir quand même. I'm not saying that you need to use the conditional with quand même. I'm just showing you that it is conditional because this is a polite suggestion. He is being nice to her, and he's also suggesting something. So we use the conditional to suggest something. We use quand même for the concession because we could say also, même si tu es fatigué, tu devrais sortir. Even if you're tired, you should go out. Tu devrais sortir. Donc ça, c'est l'équivalent quand même et même si. In this situation of concession. Quand même, même si. You have même. D'accord? So, voilà. So there is a situation, but so the situation is that she is tired. But he suggests, it's hard for me to say this word in English. He is suggesting that she does not pay attention to her tiredness and she goes out anyway. Okay, first situation. Le reproche. Quand même, tu as fait la sieste. Comment peux-tu être fatigué? Comment peux-tu être fatigué? Donc là, il ne comprend pas. Il fait un reproche. C'est un reproche avec de la surprise au son. Really? Vraiment? Vraiment? Tu exagères. Tu exagères. Parce que, oui, tu as fait la sieste. So that means that she slept. After lunch, she slept a little bit, so she should be very energetic now. But maybe she slept too much, so she doesn't have any energy. anymore. So maybe that's why she's tired. Bon, but he does not understand why she is tired, and so he's reproaching her reaction. Quand même, you exaggerate. You are exaggerating. Quand même, tu exagères, vraiment. Come on, girl, move your ass. Oops. My video is going to be demonetized. Ok, let's see. Alors, le reproche. On continue avec le reproche. Quand même, tu pourrais faire un effort. Quand même, tu pourrais faire un effort. Donc, là aussi, c'est la même chose, c'est le reproche. Il n'y a pas de différence. La seule différence, c'est peut-être l'intonation. Quand même, avec plus de quand même. Ou quand même, tu pourrais faire un effort. Voilà. Donc, so the intonation is a little bit different, but the idea behind is the same. You are reproaching something to someone and you think that the person is not doing the right thing or saying the right thing. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, allez. Yeah, allez, we use this expression as common in English, allez. And you're going to ask me, but why, Elsa, do you use allez at the second person of the plural? Because it's not a formal situation, because they are friends. And this is not plural, because it's talking to one person. Yeah, but this is an expression. In French, when we want to say come on, we say allez, and we say allez for anyone, like even if it's only one person. Voilà. La concession. OK. La concession, we've seen that already, but I wanted to show you another example, and I wanted Gaëlle to change her mind also. Bon, je ne suis pas motivée, mais je viens quand même. Je ne suis pas motivée, mais je viens quand même. So I have any way to translate quand même. We could use still also in English. I still come. Even if I'm not motivated, I still come. I will still come. Mais je viens quand même. Donc toujours la concession, une situation, mais une action qui est différente, qui ne prend pas en compte. Why do I speak French? Now I said I would speak English. You have a situation at the beginning, but she doesn't take it into account, so even if she is not motivated, she will still come. Concession, basically. And the last thing, the last situation I want to explain to you, and maybe this one is the most difficult for you to understand, I think. Bravo, tu ne voulais pas rester seule à l'hôtel quand même. Tu ne voulais pas rester seule à l'hôtel quand même. Donc, c'est intéressant parce que this is interesting because in English, we really understand that this is a confirmation. We are asking for a confirmation because we are very surprised that the person reacted like that. And we say, but come on, you would not do that, would you? You could not do that, could you? You did not wanted that, did you? Voilà. Et en français, on dit quand même. Tu ne voulais pas rester à l'hôtel quand même. You know that in French we don't have this kind of confirmation in English because, well, we don't have it. We don't use this kind of thing. But except in this kind of situation when we are very surprised and we are surprised by the reaction of the other person, we can use quand même. D'accord? So I can understand that for you this one is a bit more difficult. Non, quand même pas. So here this is the negation, quand même pas, and I've decided to translate it like that. No, I did not, no way. So this is very hard to translate the expression quand même. So this was a bit of a struggle for me to translate this lesson, but I hope this helped you to understand. No way, because no, you're right, I would not do that, I would never do that, so I was kidding, or no, you are right, I would never stay alone in the hotel, I was completely stupid to think like that, okay? Quand même pas. Okay, so we've seen the three situations, la concession, le reproche, la confirmation. Okay, focus on these three situations. So what you can do to practice that is to create sentences for each situations, for each category. And also what you can do is to listen to people when they speak, and when you hear that they use this expression quand même, pay attention to the situation, pay attention to the context, so that you can reproduce it. Because as this is a very difficult expression to translate in another language, you need to get the feeling of it. You need to feel it inside. You need to feel when you can use it or not. And at the beginning, it's not going to be easy. You might make some mistakes. You might use it in the wrong situation. But this is by making mistakes that you are going to learn and to master this expression. So when you use it, pay attention to the reaction of the other person in front of you. If you see that the person does not react, does not do something like, what? So that means that you used it in the right context. And if the person does not understand, you can ask her or him, well, what did I do wrong? Because it's interesting to know what are your mistakes if you want to progress, especially with this kind of expressions that are a bit difficult to translate. Voilà, so I hope you understand everything, you understood everything. Je vous souhaite une très très bonne journée. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you liked this lesson, and activate the bell if you want to get the notifications. Et je vous souhaite une très bonne journée et à très bientôt, comme d'habitude, pour une nouvelle leçon de français. Ciao, ciao!